friends, my name is Alex.
I'm Jordan.
And this is the next episode of Darksteel Showdown!
I'm Jordan, and I am playing Omo, Queen of Vesuva. I'm going to play a Temple of Mystery tapped, and I will scry. Pass turn.
Alright, I am Asha, and I am playing Yuma, Proud Protector. Alright, I'm going to play Abraded Bluffs, which comes in tapped. When Abraded Bluff enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. It has entered.
Who are you picking?
Alex. Alright, pass turn.
I'm Gina, and I'm playing the Temmet. Gonna draw this land called Sunken Hollow, and I will pass.
Fantastic. Hello friends, it's me, Alex, and I am playing Saheeli, Radiant Creator. And I will go ahead and draw my card for turn. And I'm going to start with a command tower, tapping that for an ether, attune with ether. I'm going to search my library for a basic forest, reveal it, put it into my hand, and then I'm going to make 2 energies. Ashley, could you provide me with the electric?
You have energy tokens.
I do, but I want to use this one because this one came from Jagged Cardboard. And Jagged Cardboard are very good friends. We like them very much. So
It came unpainted. It was all Alex's fault.
indeed it was. In the meantime, I will pass the turn. There is my forest.
Untap. Draw.
Thank you,
I'm
wife.
going to play a Lush Oasis,
Ooh.
and I'm going to hit you for 1. Follow the trend. Pass the turn. Here you go, Asha.
What did I do to deserve
You were
such a
rude.
co-host?
Play the game.
Alright, I'm going to draw. Alright, here's my land, Dunes of the Dead. Alright, and I'm going to use these 2 lands to cast Arcane Signet. And that is it for me. Pass the turn.
Alright,
Go, Gina.
gonna draw a card. I'm playing another land. Pass.
Okay. I'm going to play a Tangle Pool Bridge, and I will pass. It's an indestructible artifact land that taps for green and blue.
Untap. Draw. I will cast an Urza's Tower. Tap 3 for Omo. Whenever Omo, Queen of Vesuva, enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on each of up to 1 target land and 1 target creature. Each land with an everything counter is every land type in addition to its other type. And every non-land creature with an everything counter on it is every creature type. I guess I'll make her everything, because that's my only target for her. And then I will make this Lush Oasis and everything.
You have Tron online.
And I will pass the turn.
Draw. Okay, so I'm going to tap my mana. This becomes green mana.
Okay.
No specific. These are, doesn't matter. And I'm going to cast Skewed Swarm.
Oh, no!
On turn 3, Jesus.
Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you would control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Skewed Swarm instead. Play Bristling Backwoods. When Bristling Backwoods enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. So I think Jordan, because he has his commander out. Oh, sorry, and I passed the turn.
Alright, playing another land that enters tap. I'm gonna tap 1, and I'm in this artifact. It's called Soul Ring, and I will pass my turn.
Alright. On tap. I will draw. I'm going to finally start doing things over here.
Don't like that for you.
Yeah. I'm going to cast a Stride Hanger Automaton.
Oh, that's a great card.
Yeah, it's a 1/4 that says Thopters I control get +1/+1. If 1 or more artifact tokens would be created under my control, those tokens plus an additional +1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying are created instead. I pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to swing at you.
I block.
Okay. I'm going to put an everything counter on my Lush Oasis. I am then going to play a land per turn.
Which land?
This is Volatile Fault. It is tap, add 1, pay 1, sacrifice it, destroy target non-basic land opponent controls. That player can search for a basic land, put it into the battlefield, tapped, and I create a treasure token. So I will then cast, so I have 3 colorless, green, blue, so I have 1 floating colorless. I'm going to cast a Eureka Moment. I can draw 2 cards and then put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. I'm going to play a Simic Growth Chamber, bouncing Urza's Tower back to my hand.
Seems right.
And then I will cast Soul Ring with my 1 remaining floating colorless. I will pass turn.
I'm gonna cast a land, Creosote Heath. When Creosote Heath enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. Alex, because he's always the
Bring another pain land.
Okay, and I'm gonna cast Spring Bloom Druid.
Yep.
When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a land. I'm gonna sacrifice this land and put it into my battlefield.
Can you graveyard?
Yes, that is definitely what I meant to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you do, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and then put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
Are you done after that?
Yes.
Go ahead, Gina.
I'm gonna play Plains.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna tap 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing Wizened
Okay.
Mentor. Creature Zombie Cleric. Whenever a player activates an ability of a permanent that isn't a mana ability, you can create a 1/1 white zombie creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's a 2/2.
So this is not whenever you activate.
Yeah.
Whenever it activates an ability. So this isn't an activated
Triggered.
ability, it's triggered. As is that. This is a mana ability, so that doesn't count. So
Neither does this.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
So none of the things in play, like,
Alright.
oh no.
Yeah.
But
I thought it was this. And then
No.
I was like, nope, I listened
Yeah.
incorrectly.
And I will pass my turn.
there are some spells around that will be a problem for that, but not presently. Forest. Tap for 4.
Oh my god.
Saheeli, Radiant Creator.
Cut this. Yeah.
Pass.
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 Untap.
I feel no need for us to be at each other's throats yet.
Okay, I'm gonna play an Urza's Tower. A green and colorless, 2 colorless mana for a Sage of the Maze.
Sage of the Maze.
Sage of the Maze is tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors, and tap until end of turn. Target land I control becomes an XX citizen with haste, where it, in addition to its other types, where X is twice the number of gates I control, activate only as a sorcery, and tap an untapped gate I control, and I can untap Sage of the Maze.
So, okay, that's
word salad.
a lot.
Yeah,
So it turns these, instead of 2 mana, it's now 4 mana.
yeah.
So, oh my god. Well, I hope you have an X spell in hand, because good golly, Miss Molly, that's going to be a lot of mana next turn.
So I'm going to tap 3 colorless and a green for a Desert Warfare.
Oh.
Whenever I sacrifice a desert, and whenever a desert card is put in the graveyard from my hand or library, put that card onto the battlefield under your control to begin your next end step. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more deserts, create that many 1/1 red, green, and white sand warrior creature tokens. They gain haste. I only have 2.
I hope this is over here somewhere.
It should be. I'm going to hit you for 1 damage. You can block, yeah.
Yeah, I have a block.
I just need to get triggers. Thank you. So I'll put an everything counter on this, and an everything counter on this.
So for clarity, this secondary ability and tertiary ability
Yep.
will trigger this.
Okay. I will then cast tap for 2 mana, and I'm going to cast Sylvan Scrying, and I'll search my library for a land card, reveal it, put it in my hand, then shuffle. Hachette Oasis, which is a desert, add colorless, pay 1 life, add a forest, put it in my hand, and pass the turn.
And I'm going to cast Harrow.
Oh, nice.
Harrowing.
Oh my gosh.
As an additional cost to cast a spell, we're going to sacrifice a land. I'm going to get rid of these planes.
So Scooch Form will see that both of them are there, and we'll see that she has 6 lands.
And she will have 2. Sure.
So she'll get 2 scoops.
That's a problem, you know that.
What do you want me to do about it?
Something.
Okay.
Figure it out.
You know what? I think Ash and I are good this game.
Yep,
Yep.
we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. We are going to tap this forest and the plains and Dunes of the Dead. And we're gonna cast Dune Chanter.
Oh, nice.
So this is a plant druid creature. It has reach. Lands you control and land cards you own that aren't on the battlefield are deserts in addition to their other types. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Also, I can tap to mill 2 cards and gain 1 life for each land card
Milled that way.
milled that way. Yeah. I think we're gonna pass turn. Go ahead, Gina.
Okay. I'm gonna tap 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Midnight
Yep. Reaper.
Reaper. Yeah. I will pass my turn.
Tap. Upkeep. Draw. We're good, right, Asha?
We're good.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Why are you making deals with that?
We're not making deals. We're
You're
just
just asking me
he's
if
Trixie.
we're good, and
He's
like
Trixie.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And
We're good. There's not going to be like a massive swarm of scoots coming my way next turn, right?
not a massive swarm of scoots, no.
Okay. Thank you, Asha.
I feel like this is like table talk here. Like they're ganging up on me and you.
I'd like to
Jordan.
play a midnight clock.
Oh.
When midnight clock is cast, I'm going to get a energy. So this is an artifact that taps for 1 blue, or it taps for 2 and a blue. I can put an hour counter on this artifact. And at the beginning of each upkeep, I put an hour counter on this artifact. When the 12th hour counter is put on this artifact, I shuffle my hand and graveyard into my library, and then I draw 7 cards and I exile this card. I would like to move to combat. When I move to combat, I am going to pay 3 energy. I don't know if this is an activated ability.
You think it is?
I think it's a triggered ability. When I'm at the beginning of combat on my turn, I may pay 3. Payment, effect, that's an activated ability, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, Gina, you get to make a 1/1 white zombie. And I'm going to make a 5/5.
Uh-oh.
I make a 5/5 that I don't get to keep.
He sacrifices it. at the end
Yeah,
of the turn.
I keep it.
But it means he's gonna swing at someone for 5.
Yeah.
Probably me.
That's
He doesn't like me.
Or for me, because I'm his wife.
Well, he told me that we're good.
When we're good.
Yeah,
But-
that's why he was making the deal with you.
I'm going to make a 5/5 copy of this automaton, which says that Thopters I control get +1/+1. Because I am making a token artifact, because that's what this is, I'm going to make a Thopter. So this is going to be a copy of that. It gains haste, and I sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. And I'm gonna let my wife decide if she wants to keep that 1/1 white zombie around, and I will attack her with this 5/5.
I guess it dies.
Yay!
Combat happened.
Combat happened. I did the thing. I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna move to my end step before this boy dies, and before I move to Jordan's turn, because this ability activates only once each turn. I'm going to put an hour counter on the midnight clock, and then we can go ahead and move to Jordan's turn. In Jordan's upkeep, boom.
I untap first before you upkeep. God, untap. Now you may go.
Bong.
Upkeep. Thank you. And then I will draw. I will start by playing my land per turn. I'm going to play Hashep Oasis. So I have 4 deserts. I won't be able to get this trigger, unfortunately, this turn. I'm going to tap for 3, and then for 2 green. And I'm going to play a Vivian Reed.
Well, I'm really glad you're not playing that against Fear Cry, because that would just make me...
It's only 1 turn,
I'm gonna
so it's not just like gun down your entire flyer.
+1.
Yeah, but Fear Crag is the whole point.
Yeah.
So that would just... I'd be toast. There'd be nothing.
Oh, you have to reveal. Oh, it's a Hydra Broodmaster.
It has no keywords though, so even though it will potentially be very large,
Yeah.
it doesn't have trample or vigilance or any of those other keywords.
Yeah.
I will then pay, I need 6. So I'll tap this to untap this
Okay.
for 2 mana.
Yep.
4 mana.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap this for the 6.
Okay. Gina's gonna make a 1/1 in that exchange
Sure.
because those are activated abilities that aren't mana abilities.
And I'm going to cast Hydra Broodmaster.
Sure.
It's just a 7/7. Don't make it like I'm the threat. She is the threat with all those scoots that she's going to be able to get. You're just trying to get her on your side so you can play for number 2.
I didn't say anything.
It's in your eyes. Gina, I would like to swing at you and not have my creature die. Would you like to block it with either your Wizened Master or your Midnight Reaper? If you block with your zombie will die.
But the other two will survive.
Is that a good deal?
Yep.
There is a good chance that if you make this deal, I will swing at you next time. I will not hit
I'll
you.
make a deal with you.
Okay.
Because I know you're being polite.
So I'll swing at you with a 1/5.
Okay, and I'll block that one.
Perfect. So I will get an everything counter, and then I'll put an everything counter on my Simic Growth Chamber. Pass the turn.
I get to do my upkeep.
Untap. Upkeep.
Bong! An error has been made. This is a triggered ability, not an activated ability. But we will correct it for next time.
Okay.
I am going to eventually tap my lands to cast this. Right now I have 2 lands in my graveyard, so instead of 8, it is now 6. And this guy has now been cast. I'm gonna, because I said that I would, I feel like I have to follow up on this. I am going to attack Gina with my Spring Bloom.
Doesn't it just die?
Yeah.
It does.
You block it with anything that's not your zombie.
Yeah, it just dies.
There.
Is it just a follow through on your threats?
Yes.
Ballsy. Are you done?
Yep.
All right, Gina.
Okay. It was just the 1/1, Gene.
So you're doing untap, and then we'll go to your upkeep.
Yep.
Bong!
Play my commander.
No lands.
Temmet. Naktamun's will.
Yep.
She only has 4 lands.
But she's got a soul ring.
Gotcha.
Can you tap that
Tap
for
the
me?
soul ring. Thank you.
Alrighty.
It is a vigilance menace. Whenever she attacks, and not Temmet, any creature attacks that she controls, she gets to draw a card and discard a card. And then whenever she draws a card, zombies she controls gets +1/+1 until end of turn.
I will pass my turn.
Okay. I will untap, and in my upkeep, bong! I'm trying to decide if I completely slow us down to nothing.
Oh no, let me overrun the board.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, if all you're gonna do is drag it out for another 2 hours, then
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play this Bootlegger's Stash.
I wanted that to work in Zeotaurus so bad.
Yeah. So lands I have tapped to create a treasure token. So I'm going to play this Yavimaya Coast, and I will tap it to create a treasure token. The joys of creating a treasure token in this deck is it's technically an artifact token. So when I make one of those, I make another Thopter. Gina, you're going to make a 1/1 zombie because I used an activated ability of a land I control.
Thanks.
Nice.
I am going to pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
Bong!
Before I do the thing, I'll increment this guy, girl.
Sure.
I'm gonna reveal Scoot Swarm. I don't think it's gonna matter.
And so you make 8 8/8s?
I make 8. We did 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
8 8/8s.
8 8/8s. So I'm
Jordan
doing.
was the threat the whole time.
And this gets 8 plus 1.
8 +1/+1 counter. I'm gonna go to combat.
Yeah.
At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control 5 or more deserts, create that many sand warriors. So I have 5. I will create 5. Well, then, if we're friends, if I attack you with Omo, will you let me get the trigger, and you can just block with your Dune Chanter, and that way you don't lose anything, and I don't lose anything.
Sure.
Is that okay? I will attack you with Omo. So I will put an everything counter on this island. Sorry for the plus. I'll do. And one of these will have it. I don't think it matters. I don't know if I have anything that matters for it, but
Yep.
I will then go to my second main, and I will pass turn.
Okay, we're gonna tap. Upkeep.
Bong!
Oh, finally. land. Okay,
Oh.
Man Tower.
It's a good land.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if I can race scoots with sand warriors.
I think you lose that fight.
I think I do too.
I would recommend getting your scoot out very quickly. Since you did reveal it to the table, so we know it's there.
I made the same mistake, so I'm not going to retcon. But, okay. Nesting Dragon.
Ooh.
I should have played this before the land.
Does that
You
make eggs
should've.
per land?
I have spent my entire time playing Magic believing you had to do the land first, so that was force of habit. I'm going to endeavor to correct that. So whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 0/2 red dragon egg creature token with Defender, and when this creature dies, create a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying and pay red mana. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. I think I'm going to pass the turn.
Bong!
And I would play this land that enters tap unless you control plains or a swamp.
But you do
and
control
it's
an
called the Isolate Chapel.
And you do control a plane, so it does enter untapped.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Tap these two, and I'm entering Undead.
Augur.
Whenever this creature or another zombie you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. It's 2/2.
Oh, sweetie, I am so sorry.
And then I'm going to play.
Why? Because of what I'm going to do on my turn.
Are you doing board wipe?
Yeah.
Damn.
You need to.
Are you seeing this board? I can't not. Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
A
though,
Dread
so-
Horde Invasion.
Enchantment. At the
Actually.
beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass zombies 1. And then whenever a zombie token you control with a power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink until end of turn.
Yup.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Okay.
Someone made me cranky now.
Okay.
Who are you swinging at?
Hello, Asha.
Oh.
On attacks, please draw a card, discard a card. So these are 3/3s.
But anyways, they're all blocked.
They're all of them are going to block.
Yeah.
So there are 5 creatures coming at you. So what's the? So which one isn't being blocked? 'Cause you had 4 insects. So
Yeah, and then
And
she
I
did
had
that.
5
She had
here.
5.
Oh,
She
okay.
did
So
one
then
down.
it's just
Yeah.
one down.
Okay.
So they're all blocked.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All good.
Yep, pass.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Bomb. Pay a red. And I am going to, thanks to Jordan alone, I will cast a 1-mana Blasphemous Act and deal 13 damage to all creatures.
Everything dies.
Everything dies. Gina,
This is 15.
Except not.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gina, you're going to lose 6 life and draw 6 cards.
Oh, from Temmet?
From her Augur. So there's 2. So Gina, you're actually going to lose 9 life
And draw 9 cards.
and deal 9. Yeah, and draw 9 cards. I feel that energy is something that this deck really wants to make, but the Precon, I don't know if I'm just not drawing the right part of the Precon or if.
It was 100 cards, and I don't know how many you've seen, but.
Yeah. So I'm going to play this Rampaging Ether Hood.
Ooh.
It is a 4/4 trample with Ward 2, which means if you want to target it, it costs an additional 2 mana for whatever spell you're casting. Additionally, at the beginning of my upkeep, I make an amount of energy equal to this creature's power, and then I may pay an amount of energy that I want, and I put that many plus encounters on this creature.
That's good.
Yeah. I am done. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
Bong!
Draw. Okay, so.
If anything, I think, Jordan, you should be thanking me.
I'm going to +1 this to do the thing first.
Because you're the only one with consistent card draw. You're the only one with a
Only
instant,
this right now is giving me consistent.
You have an instant board state out of nowhere. I don't know. I think you should be thanking me for clearing the way for your victory.
A plant-based creature and does good things based on lands.
Oh no! Is it an Avenger of
I can play
Zendikar?
Zendikar! When it enters the battlefield, I create a plant creature for every land I control, and then whenever I play a land, I put a 1/1 counter on each plant I control. Okay, so 3 colorless, 5 colorless, and I guess a green
Because that is a forest.
and a green
Yep.
for Avenger of Zendikar. So I untap 2 and a colorless for a Scoot Swarm. And then I'm going to play my land per turn. I will then go to combat. Beginning of combat, I will make a Sand Warrior for each desert I have. 1,
Just a
2,
five.
3, 4,
Oh,
5,
no.
6.
I cleared the way for your victory.
The game's got to end.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send 2 at everyone and 2 moments at you. So you kill
I'm
one.
surprised. Unsurprisingly, I will block one.
Second main, I still have 2 manas, which is not enough to do anything, so I will pass the turn. You may go, Asher.
Excellent. Alright, untap here. Let's see what happens when Okay, so I'm casting Decimate. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. So I'm going to choose to destroy the Midnight Clock, the Command Tower, Avenger of Zendikar, and Desert Warfare. So I have one more thing to cast. I am going to cast Requisition Raid. I'm going to choose Destroy Target Artifact and Destroy Target Enchantment. There's only one enchantment left. I think it's this.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
Yeah.
We're going to destroy this.
She's going to destroy your...
Because I don't think you
do you want to
have
make a treasure
that.
in response?
Yeah, I do.
I have a soul ring.
Wow. That's fine. Yeah.
I'll make a treasure in response.
Pass what you say.
So I tap 3, and I'm playing the Cemetery Reaper. Creature, zombie, and the other creatures you control gets +1/+1.
Oh, nice.
And if I tap 2 of the swamps, I exile.
2 and a swamp.
Sorry. Exile target creature card from the graveyard. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature, a token. It's a 2/2. I'm tapping for the 4.
Get some of the spice out of this game.
And I'm playing the Priest of the Crossing. Is a creature, zombie, bird, cleric, flying at the beginning of each end step. Put an X +1 and +1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of the creatures that you die under your control this turn is 3/3.
Gotcha.
Wow.
And I will pass my turn because I can't attack this time.
Untap. Upkeep. I'm gonna get up to 5 energy.
5 manas?
I'm gonna cast an Elder Gargaroth.
Ooh, that one's great. I love that.
Yeah. It's Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, I choose one. I create a 3/3 beast, I gain 3 life, or I draw a card.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi, Asha. Take 4. Go ahead, Jordan.
I will untap. Bong. The sad bong. And I will draw. Alright, I'm going to alt Vivian Reed. I'm going to -8 her, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an emblem that gives all of my creatures +2/+2, Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. So you will no longer be able to do anything to any of my creatures.
Exile is still a thing.
Exile is still a thing. Sacrifice, I guess, is still a thing, which, you know, the zombies might have because
Yep.
it's black, but I don't know.
If you're alting this, die.
No, I wanted to stay and do these turn.
Vivian needs to witness my ascension.
I'm gonna 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna bring back Omo. And on, can I target Omo?
Yes. Is it other creatures?
No.
Okay.
I just don't, because she came into play. Does she see herself?
Yeah.
And I will do 2 blue, green for a Jyoti Mwog Agent, which when he enters the battlefield, I create a 1/1 green forest dryad creature token for each time my commander's been cast from the command zone. So that will be 2. So I will get 2 dryads. And he has an abominability where at the beginning of each combat, land creatures I control get +X until end of turn, where X is his power.
Okay.
I'm going to, before that ends, cast this.
Path to exile, target.
The 15th.
Cool beans.
So you get a land.
But I get 2 more scoots.
Yes.
Sorry! I will then create, I'll cast another forest. 4 more scoots. I'm gonna cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tap this to do its ability. So I'm gonna sacrifice it, and I'll discover 4. So I exile cards from top of my library until I exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less, cast it without paying its cost, put it into my hand, put the rest on the bottom in a random order.
No. Yes, but for 0.
I guess I can put it in my hand.
You
then.
can, yeah.
So I will do that
That's
instead.
just in your grave, and that's on the bottom. Here, let me randomize this for you.
Thank you. And then I guess I just go swinging.
Oh, there should
Oh,
be
just put a
5
5 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna swing all 5 Sand Warriors at Asha. I'm gonna swing 7 of these. I'm gonna swing 5 of these at you, 2 at Gina, and the 2 of these at Gina.
So 4 for me, right?
So you get 4 3/3s attacking you, and you have 5.
I'll block 1.
Then I will pass the turn. Here you go, Asha.
Cool beans. Alright. We're gonna untap everything. I'm gonna play cool things because that is what I can do.
Yeah.
Locust of Rage! Now that's a way to get around your board state.
It is. Yeah, because you're dealing 3 damage to me. You
Yep.
pick my face instead of.
So, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token. Whenever Omnath, Locust of Rage, or another elemental you control dies, Omnath deals 3 damage to any target. Unfortunately, I have no lands.
Okay,
So
follow it up with.
that is the end of my turn.
Pass the turn.
go ahead, Gina.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm dragging this out.
Good.
I think we're all dead very soon, so.
I know, but if I had like an overrun or something more.
You do have an overrun on an emblem.
And I'm gonna play a land, one island.
Yep.
I'm playing these.
Scarab God. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good card.
In a zombie deck?
Yeah.
All the legendary creatures are coming out just in time for us all to die.
Yep.
As players.
And then I got one more up my sleeve I can play. I'm gonna tap 3 and playing,
Ooh, Bunty's Monument.
Yeah, Bunty's
Yeah.
Monument.
and I will pass my turn.
Excellent. Untap. Upkeep.
Blah.
First, I'm gonna get 4 more energy.
So 9.
9 energy. I'm gonna move to combat, but I will come and see Asha for 6. Vigilance, Trample, Reach.
You're just gonna take it? You have a 5/5.
Well,
It is Trample. It would deal over 1 if that's what you're worried about.
He also gets a trigger when he does.
I'm gonna draw a card. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. That's what I'm doing.
I don't care.
Yes, thank you, wife. I appreciate you doing that for me. I'm gonna play Apima's Trailblazer.
What do?
It's trample 3/3, and when it deals combat damage to a player, I make that much energy. And then it has an exhaust ability, which is pay 6, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pay 6 energy to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and then I get to draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures I control.
Oh, nice. That's great. 6 cards.
I will play this Carplusian Forest as my land for turn. I need to decide what I'm doing, but I think it's do this. So I'm going to tap for 6 mana. Hey Jordan,
Hello.
would you like me to draw cards? I would like to draw cards. I'm going to play this Combustible Gear Hulk.
Okay.
It's a 6 mana, 6/6 with first strike, and when it enters the battlefield, target opponent, Jordan, may have me draw 3 cards. If you don't, I mill 3 cards and you take damage equal to the CMC.
You can draw the cards.
Thank you.
You got the back foot. It's all good.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to discard a bunch anyway. So.
I very much so.
You drew 9 this turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I keep the 7th, which we'll keep. And I'm going to discard these 3 lands. And that's me. Go ahead.
I will untap.
Yes.
Upkeep. I do 2 colorless and a blue.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast March from Velis Vale.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose a non-basic land type. I choose Desert.
Okay.
Each land I control of that type becomes a copy of target creature I control and gains haste until end of turn. I'm going to choose Forest Dryad, so I'm going to get 6 more Forest Dryads. So I now have 8 Forest Dryads that are going to get +4/+4. And they're also then going to be +2/+2 on top of that.
So there's 7/7s.
So there's 7/7s.
So you have 9 7/7s.
All Dryads at you,
Yep. Plus 1 scoop.
plus 1 scoot. 7 scoots and plants at Gina,
Okay.
and then the 5 Sand Warriors, Omo and Yoti at Asha.
All right.
So I get 7, right?
We're
You
all
get
dead.
14 3/3s.
Sweet.
So you block 3 of them, and the rest manage to collide.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.